Okay. Today is 6/7/2020 Monday. We'll start today's lecture. Yesterday, what we have seen? Yesterday, we have seen the advantages, disadvantages of satellite communication, and the merits and demerits of satellite communication, and what are the advantages of, what are the applications of satellite communication. And we have completed the first point, that is introduction to satellite communication. And we have seen the point number 2, that is frequency allocation for satellite. The frequency allocation for satellite is nothing but what? Which organization is going to allocate a frequency? Anyone? Unmute yourself and tell me. Which is the organization is going to allocate a frequency band?
ITU, International
ITU.
Telecommunication Union.
Okay, very good. International Telecommunication Union. This one of the organization is going to allocate a frequency to the different countries. That is, they are going to call a video conferencing. They are going to call the meeting. Based on that, they are going to decide which are the frequency band is going to allocate to the particular country. That will be allocated by ITU. And after that, the whole world is divided into 3 regions. That is region 1, region 2, and region 3. Whatever the country is not allocated in region 1, region 2, the same country is allocated in region 3. Once they are allocated the frequency band to the different countries, and they are going to see what are the services it is going to provide once they are launching the satellite. The services provided for launching the satellite is, they are going to see which are the services it is going to provide after launching the satellite. The first service is fixed satellite service. Second, we have seen broadcasting satellite service. And third, we have seen mobile satellite service. And fourth, navigational satellite service. And fifth, meteorological satellite services. And based on these services, we are going to include the number of services it is going to provide. That is for identify the location of particular vehicle or person, and to identify particular ship which is going in the sea. Based on that, they are going to allocate frequency bands. The frequency bands are many. That is very high frequency, ultra high frequency, and they are dividing the frequency in bands: L band, S band, C band, X band, U band, CA band, V band, W band, millimeter band, and micrometer band. These are some of the frequency bands they are going to allocate while launching the satellite. If the satellite is nearer to the Earth, the frequency band will be limited. If the satellite is somewhat far away from the Earth, the frequency band is different. And the frequency band is in the space. If the satellite is in space, the frequency band is different. How the distances goes on increasing, they are going to provide a particular frequency band to the satellite. You have seen in the last class, that is point number 1 and point number 2. Today, we'll see the point number 3. The point number 3 is the orbital mechanism. Point number 3 is orbital mechanism. Orbital mechanism. The first point in this very important is, I told you in the previous class itself, from the first class itself, what is an orbit. What is an orbit? The orbit is nothing but it is a path. It is a path. How it is going to introduce the orbit? When the satellite is revolving around the Earth, Moon, or the Sun, it has to maintain its path. It does not move here and there. It does not change the path. It has to maintain the fixed orbit. That is the mechanism of orbit. A satellite which moves around the Earth in its path is called as an orbit. You are seeing the diagram. There is an Earth here. They are the center of the satellite. And the satellite is revolving around the Earth. Here it is, the arrow mark is showing that is the path. That path is nothing but the fixed. That is what? The orbit. and the satellite is revolving around the Earth, Moon, or the Sun, it has to maintain its path, that is called as an orbit. Now, to write down this definition. A satellite which moves around the Earth in its path is called as an orbit. Okay. In the first class, we have seen in introduction to satellite communication, there are two forces are acting on this. One is gravitational force, one is centrifugal force. One is gravitational force, one is centrifugal force. But the gravitational force is also the one more name, that is centripetal force. The gravitational force is also the name of centripetal force. The same function is doing in this. They are changing the word, that's it. Instead of gravitational, they are using centripetal force. And the second one is centrifugal force. What is the centripetal force? That is acting on the gravity. And centrifugal force, that is acting due to velocity. The acting due to velocity is nothing but that is acting on the speed. What is the speed of particular satellite which is revolving around the orbit across this path? The centripetal is nothing but that is acting as a gravity. The means satellite tries to bring the orbit or tries to bring the object close to the Earth. That is, the gravity is there. It has to pull the satellite, that is to grab the satellite close to the Earth. That is the centripetal force. And second, centrifugal force. The centrifugal force tries to take the object away from the Earth. It is to be tries to pull the satellite away from the Earth. That is the function of centrifugal force. You have to write these two forces. You have already written in the first point, gravitational force and centrifugal force. The same points are here, that is centripetal force is also called as gravitational force, and centrifugal force, that is tries to take the object away from the Earth. What it happens in this, when the satellite is able to maintain its orbit, these two forces will be cancelled out each other. Then and then only the satellite is able to maintain its path. At every position, these two forces tries to cancel out each other. As a result, the satellite is able to maintain its orbit. This path is known as an orbit. The centrifugal force, that is Fg, is equals to Fc. These two forces is always cancel out each other. When then and then only the satellite is able to maintain its path. It will never change. The path will never change, the satellite path. If the path has changes, they have to be monitored through the Earth station, and they have to maintain that Earth station and bring that satellite to the orbit again. That is, the function will be done by monitoring at the Earth station. And there are two types of path. There are two types of path. In the definition I told you, a definition of satellite communication is what? A satellite communication, a satellite is a heavenly body which revolves around the Earth, Sun, or the Moon in an elliptical orbit or in circular orbit. There are two orbits are there. One is elliptical orbit or circular orbit. Again, the orbit is nothing but what? The path. There are two paths. One is circular path, one is elliptical path. Circular is nothing but it is the radius is 0. Circular is nothing but radius is 0. Elliptical is nothing but what? It is an oval shape. It is an egg shape. Take one paper. For example, take one paper. You have made it a conical shape. You have to make like a conical shape. If that conical shape of the paper, if you cut it in a straight line, that conical shape at the top, that becomes a circular. If that conical shape will become circle, that path is called as circular path. On the same paper, if you cut it in slant, that is in some of the degree wise, if it is slant, that the paper, that the top of that shape will become the elliptical, that is called as an elliptical path. Here it is showing the conical shape. Cut it in straight, that is horizontally, you get the circular path. If you cut that conical shape in slanting line, that will get the elliptical path. These are the two main paths. You have to write down this. These are the two main paths. It is going to maintain the orbit. That is, one is circular, one is elliptical path. And one more important point. This is very, very important for the MCQ purpose. What is apogee and what is perigee? See here, you are seeing that earth. Here it is. The earth. There is a center, the red line, the red dot. The red dot, that is earth, that is center, geocenter, that is called as a geocenter. That is, you see that is the center of earth. The distance r is the center of earth from the distance of satellite. That is a red point, that is the center of earth. That is geocenter. Okay, here they are shown the satellites. Here it is the earth. There is an elliptical path, that is in oval shape. Elliptical path. How to find out apogee and perigee? How to remember the definition of this? One word you have to remember, that is perigee. P is nothing but what? हिंदी में क्या बोलेंगे? P में पास. पास में जो रहेगा, that is perigee. If the satellite is nearer to the earth, that is perigee. जो पास में है P, that is perigee. Apogee, a satellite which is far away from the earth, that is called as apogee. Write down the definition of this. That is write down the points of this apogee and perigee. Very, very important for MCQ. The apogee stands for a satellite which is far away from the earth, that is apogee. And perigee, a satellite which is nearer to the earth, that is perigee. You are seeing here, satellite is, earth station is here. There is geocenter, one satellite at the left side which is nearer to the earth. At the left side which is nearer to the earth, that is perigee. And arrow mark is showing, that is perigee. And one more satellite at the right hand side which is far away from the earth. See the red arrow mark, which is far away from the earth, that is apogee. Okay, these two are combined, that is ellipse local points. And one more satellite, it is always revolving around the earth in an elliptical orbit. That is the only one point of apogee and perigee. One more time I will tell you what is the meaning of apogee. Satellite which is far away from the earth, that is apogee. Perigee, a satellite which is nearer to the earth, that is called as perigee. Okay, this is a main important point. There is a center of the earth. There is a earth is there. There are two paths, dotted line. See the dotted line properly. There are two paths. One is in circular path, dotted line. One is circular, and the dotted line one is elliptical. There is center of the earth. One is circular path. One is elliptical path. You have to consider only the elliptical path. Consider only the elliptical path, not a circular path. Circular path always radius is 0. Consider only the dotted line of elliptical path. You are seeing the apogee and perigee. There are two edges in elliptical path. One edge 1 and edge 2. There are two edges. One is edge 1 and one is edge 2. Edge 1 is called as perigee, which is close to the earth. Edge 1 is perigee, which is close to the earth. P is nothing but पास में जो है, that is perigee. And edge 2, that is apogee, which is satellite is far away from the earth. This is the point of apogee and perigee. Actual point of this, how much time it has to take to cover from earth to this apogee, how much time it is to cover from earth to this perigee. For the center of earth, start revolving from this, in between this line, that is dotted line, the middle line. From middle line to the other end of the middle line, it will take, for a perigee, it will take less time to cover a distance. And from earth station to perigee, earth to perigee, it will take more time to cover a distance. Here I have written here, edge 1, that is below, cover the distance at faster rate. Cover the distance at faster rate with a less duration of time. That is perigee. It will take very less time to cover a distance when the satellite is nearer to the earth. And one more, when the satellite is far away from the earth, that is apogee, that is edge 2. It takes more time to cover a distance, that is opposite of perigee. This is what a concept of orbital mechanism. And there are mainly 2 points comes in this. When the satellite is revolving around the earth, there are 2 directions. One is clockwise, one is anti-clockwise. Both are revolving in clockwise, or both are revolving in anti-clockwise. One is revolving in clockwise, one is revolving in anti-clockwise. That point is what? There are 2 points. One is posigrade, one is retrograde. The posigrade is nothing but what? The orbit is rotating. Orbit is nothing but what? The rotation of the earth and rotation of the satellite are in the same direction. Posigrade, write down the point. Orbit is rotating in the same direction as earth rotates. Orbit is nothing but your satellite. The satellite is rotating in the same direction as earth rotates. That is called as a posigrade. That word will come in the MCQ. What is the meaning of posigrade? A satellite orbit is rotating in same direction as earth rotates. That is called as a posigrade. And one more point, that is retrograde. Retrograde, the satellite orbit is rotating in opposite direction. Orbit is rotating in opposite direction as earth rotates. Means what? The satellite is rotating in clockwise direction and the earth is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. That is what? Retrograde. The first point, the posigrade, both are rotating in clockwise or both are rotating in anti-clockwise. Retrograde, the satellite is rotating in clockwise and the earth is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. That is the meaning of retrograde. This is very, very important for orbital mechanism. Understood? You have to write down the point, orbital mechanism. Orbit is nothing but what? When the satellite which revolves around the earth in its path, that is called as an orbit. There are mainly 2 forces acting on it. One is centrifugal force or gravitational force. That is one more is centripetal force. Centrifugal is nothing but acting as a gravity. Satellite tries to bring the object close to the earth, that is a centripetal force, and centrifugal force is nothing but it tries to take the object away from the earth. Now, when these 2 forces are cancel out each other, it has to maintain its path. That is called as an orbit. There are mainly 2 paths are there. One is circular path, one is elliptical path. If you have taken one paper and made it like a conical shape, if you cut it horizontally, you will get the top side of that shape is circular. If you cut it in slant, that is an elliptical. Similarly, for apogee and perigee, You have to remember the point, that is perigee is nothing but जो पास में है satellite, that is called as the perigee. जो far away from the satellite, that is apogee. A satellite which revolves around the earth, nearer to the earth, that is perigee, which is far away from the earth, that is apogee. The apogee, perigee will take less time to cover a distance, and apogee will take more time to cover a distance. And there are two grades, one is progegrade, one is retrograde. The satellite orbit is revolving in same direction as the earth rotates, means both are rotating in the same direction. And the retrograde, both satellite and earth station are rotating in opposite direction. This is a point number 3. Next, very, very important point. For 4 marks, we'll ask you for 4 marks. That is point number 4, Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Kepler's laws of planetary motion. That is for 4 marks we will ask. 6 questions for 4 marks. We studied in physics Kepler's first law, Kepler's second law, Kepler's third law. Write down the statement first. Very important statement for Kepler's first law. All the planets, what is meant by planet? The planet is nothing but Earth, Sun, or the Moon. These are the planets. All the planets revolve around the Sun in an elliptical orbit, and the Sun is situated at one of its foci. Write down this statement, very important statement. Statements are very important for this. Kepler's first law. All the planets revolve around the Sun in an elliptical. Only elliptical word will come, not circular. And the Sun is situated at one of its foci. Foci is nothing but the sum of the points between the elliptical path. That is, you are seeing the diagram. There is a center of the earth. Okay, the Sun is started revolving around the earth in an elliptical orbit. The F1 is a foci 1 and F2 is foci 2. It may located at the foci 1, that is F1. It may located at the foci, that is F2. Earth may revolve around the Sun at foci F1 and at foci F2. If the satellite comes at the F1 side, that is left hand side, that becomes a perigee, which is nearer to the Sun. Once it goes to the right hand side, that becomes apogee. That is for only for F1 I am telling you. And if the Sun comes at F2, that is becomes perigee, and one more side, that is becomes apogee. There are 22 axes acting on this. One is major axis, one is minor axis. The major axis is A. The major axis is A, and minor axis is, that is minor axis is A and major axis is B. Next, if there is a semi-major axis, that is A and A, that becomes 2A. Semi-minor axis, that is B, and B, that is 2B. You have to remember, semi-minor axis, that is A, semi-major axis, that is B. Next, if the distance from the center of the object to a point on its elliptical path is considered, then the farthest point of an ellipse from the center is called apogee. Apogee is nothing but what? Which is far away from the earth, that is called apogee. And the shortest point of an ellipse from the center is called perigee. How to calculate this? For getting this elliptical path, you have to know the eccentricity. You have to know the eccentricity, that is in short form, that is called as E, small e. E is equals to square root of A square minus B square divided by A. You have to write down this formula. E is equals to square root of A square minus B square divided by A. A is nothing but semi-minor axis and B is nothing but semi-major axis. A is semi-major axis and semi-minor axis, that is for calculating eccentricity, where A and B are the lengths of semi-major axis and semi-minor axis of the ellipse respectively. For an elliptical path, the value of eccentricity is always lies in between 0 and 1. If it is 0, there is circular. If it is 1, there is a elliptical. If it is 0, there is a circular orbit. If it is 1, there is a elliptical orbit. That is 0 is less than E is less than 1. So E is greater than B. Suppose if the value of eccentricity is 0, then the path will be no more an elliptical shape. Rather, it will be converted into circular shape. That is, if it is eccentricity is 0, that becomes circular shape. If eccentricity will become 1, nearer to 1, that becomes elliptical in shape. The statement is very, very important. All the planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit, and the sun is situated at one of its foci. Write down the point. Tomorrow I will ask you the same question. What is the Kepler's statement of first law, second law, and third law? This is a Kepler's first law. Kepler's second law. The statement is the line joining the planets and sun. The line joining the planets and sun sweeps out equal area in equal interval of time. What is the meaning of this? If Earth and the sun are revolving, it has to be sweeps out. It has to cover equal area, that too in equal interval of time. If the sun and the earth are covering the area of K1 with the time T1, with the same area it is going to cover. And again, next, they are going to consider, for example, here it is, I have written, see the second diagram. There is a sun is located at this side, left hand side, and there is an elliptical orbit. There is sun, the 1st Jan, that is 1st January to 30th January. From 1st January to 30th January, it has covered the area of A1 with the time T1. At the same time, and next, it has to cover the same area, not a different area. There is no variation in the area coverage. Next time, consider the 1st May to 30th May. From 1st May to 30th May, the covering area is A2, same area. That sweeps out is nothing but the cover. A2 with the time T2. Next, goes to this, from 1st August to 30th August. The area we covered is A3 with the time T3. Consider same from September, 1st September to 30th September, A4, T4. From 1st December to 30th December, A5, A6. Means what? Always the A1, that is area 1, is equals to area 2, is equals to area 3. And the time T1 is equals to time T2 is equals to time T3. The meaning is what? In second law, whatever the area covered by the earth and the sun is to be equal in the equal interval of time. That is Kepler's second law. The line joining the planets and sun sweeps out equal area in equal interval of time. That is Kepler's second law. In that we have first diagram we have seen. Assume the satellite covers P1, that is point P1, and P2 distances. That is called as distances. It is called in the same interval. Covers P1 and P2 distance in the same time interval. Then the areas P1 and P2 covered by the satellite at those two instances are equal. B1 is equals to B2. Then the areas they are using is B1, B2, For example, I have taken that is A1 into both are same when the covering distance is of and they are taken a time as P1 and P2. This is what Kepler's second law. Write down the point, write down the statement. Kepler's second law is nothing but the line joining the planets and sun sweeps out equal area in equal interval of time. Last, third law. Kepler's third law. The square of the period of a planet orbit is directly proportional to cube of semi-major axis of its elliptical path. See how much time a planet should take to revolve around the sun. How much time a planet, that is Earth, Sun or the Moon, that is to take to revolve around the sun. That is the actual function of third law. That is the square of the period. The period is nothing but that is time period. T square is directly proportional to semi-major axis. You have seen the semi-major axis as A. The square of the period of a planet orbit is directly proportional to cube of semi-major axis of its elliptical path, not in a circular path to be involved. Almost all the satellites are revolving. Only the geostationary satellites, most of the geostationary satellites are revolving in elliptical orbit. That is, T square is directly proportional to A cube. If you want to modify that equation, that is T is directly proportional to A raised to 3 by 2. These are the main three Kepler's laws. You have to remember this. Write down the point in this Kepler's statement. I will give you 5 minutes. Kepler's first law. You have to write down the point. Statement, you have to write it, and you have to write the eccentricity, that is E is equals to square root of A square minus B square divided by A. Kepler's first law statement is all the planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit, and the sun is situated at one of its foci. Foci is nothing but at any point it is present in the equator. In the equator, that is center of the earth. That is center of the earth. In between, that is F1 or F2. It may come nearer to that center, or it is go far away from the center of the earth. That is called as a foci. Written. And similarly for Kepler's second law, the line joining the planets and sun sweeps out equal area in equal interval of time. The line joining is nothing but what? It has to cover the same area in the same interval of time. That is planet, that is Earth is there, and it is going to cover a distance of that is same area and in the same interval of time. That is the line joining the planets and sun sweeps out equal area in equal interval of time. That is Kepler's second law. And Kepler's third law, the square of the period of planet orbit is directly proportional to cube of semi-major axis of its elliptical path. That is, T square is directly proportional to semi-major axis. That is, T square is directly proportional to A cube. That is, T is proportional to A raised to 3 by 2. This is what today's topic, that is, one is orbital mechanism, that is point number 3. And point number 4 is Kepler's laws of planetary motion. And tomorrow is very, very important, that is point number 5, orbiting parameters. Based on that, you have to calculate some of the numericals. You have to keep your calculator beside you, and I will give some of the numericals on this. Understood? Okay. What is apogee? Anyone? What is an apogee? Hello? Anyone can tell what is an apogee?
Satellite far away from this earth.
Satellite far away from the
Far away.
okay.
Earth.
And what about perigee?
Satellite is nearer to the earth.
The satellite is revolving around the earth, which is nearer to the earth. That is perigee. How many forces are present in this? Forces. Two forces are there. Which are those two forces? Two forces. No one.
Centrifugal force and centripetal force.
Only Ashwini Rande is being answered. What about others? From BEV division, boys. Boys. Mukre. Mukre is there. Raiba Mukre. Shubham.
Yes,
Shubham. Which are the two forces? Which are the two forces?
sir. Centripetal force and centrifugal.
Centrifugal.
Sorry, centrifugal.
Centrifugal.
Centrifugal, sorry.
What is the function of centrifugal? Have you written the notes?
Sir,
Yeah?
little bit.
Little bit. You have to write it, na? I'm explaining slowly, and I'm giving you the time to write. You have to write it. Some of the important points I'm telling. Whenever I'm telling, you have to write everything. Anyone from A division? Boys side? Salman? Salman is there?
Yes, sir.
What is it? Two parts are present in this. Which are the two parts?
Circular and centrifugal.
Circular and
Centrifugal.
path. Two paths.
Elliptical, sorry.
Elliptical. Okay. What is the definition of satellite communication? Can you tell me?
Sorry, sir. Voice break.
Please
ask again.
What is the definition of satellite communication?
No, sir.
No. Upendra. Dandavate. Upendra is here. Upendra. Okay. Guruji.
Hello, sir. Hello.
What is the definition of satellite communication?
Hello.
What is satellite communication?
Hello.
Is it audible?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Okay. Koli. Sudarshan Koli.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the definition of satellite communication? No. We have completed 4 points. Point number one, satellite communication. Point number two, frequency. Point number three, orbit mechanism. Point number four, Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Still, you don't know the definition of satellite communication. Prathamesh.
Yes, sir.
What is the definition of satellite communication?
A communication satellite is an artificial satellite that relays and amplifies radio telecommunication signal by a transponder.
कहाँ से नेट से निकाला क्या?
नहीं सर, मैं एब्सेंट था, मैं देर से आया था सर.
ओके नो इशू.
केपलर लॉ से आया था.
ओके समीर पठान इज हियर. समीर पठान.
Yes, sir.
Have you attended my first lecture?
Oh, sir.
What is the definition of satellite communication? Don't know.
No, sir.
Give concentration at the time of lecture.
Okay.
Today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue with the next point, that is point number 4. Your attendance first.
सर सेंड केले.
Send केलं. These are present numbers.
Present number.
Okay.
Division.
Okay. Nice. More?